Hi everyone, it's me again. Finally, the chapter for My Hero Academia is out. I've been so excited to finally read it, and once I read it, man, I still got chills. The way the chapter ended was just so intense, so suspenseful. So I'm really excited to talk about it, so let's begin. The chapter begins with some thugs or robbers attacking like some type of store. We see that one of the villains has like a nail gun support item, and he's literally shooting Endeavor, driving him into like a corner. We see Endeavor is like covering behind a pillar. He recognizes the support item belonging to I believe his name is Regresto. However, it doesn't take long for Endeavor to finish the fight. We see a really cool move he uses called Ignite Arrow, which is this awesome like fire arrow, and it just ends the villain completely. Then we see the villain like literally saying that this is all his fault. Endeavor responds, that's why I'm here. Once the villains are defeated, we see Best Jeanist, Hawks, and Endeavor talking. They're a little upset that the villain they caught wasn't connected to the Tartarus prisoners that escaped. He was just another jailbreaker conspirator. Sorry, for some reason I can't say the word. So in other words, the villains that they caught are not related to All for One. Then we see some hostile civilians coming. They're like literally carrying signs and calling literally Endeavor like a plague and blaming him for everything that's happening right now. They're blaming him for letting Shigaraki go and the League go. If he would have caught them, the jailbreak from Tartarus would have never happened. They're also mad that the media is hiding the person that All for One is looking for. Also, we see that Dabi is still doing his horrible crimes. Some civilian complains that did you see the families victims of Dabi's burn victims, something like that. So we see that hearing even news about Dabi killing other people is affecting Endeavor. By the time the civilians continue being extremely hostile, they start throwing stuff at him. Hawks decides, you know what, it's best that we leave, and they decide to go. Then we see all together driving away, and we learn some interesting things while they're talking. We learned that Edgeshot is investigating the Paranormal Liberation Front, but it appears he still hasn't had much luck in finding anything about All for One. We also learned that they're staying a few kilometers away from Deku. We see that they're discussing that they don't want the media to catch on that they're working with Deku and him come under fire as well. Endeavor completely agrees. He doesn't want to add any more burden to Deku anymore. Even though it was Deku's idea for him to use himself as bait to drag out of the dark All for One and Shigaraki, Endeavor just doesn't want to cause any more burden on him. Endeavor also kind of like figure out some things about the prisoners that escaped from Tartarus. He said that those prisoners that escaped from Tartarus must be following some type of plan. He believes that those particular prisoners must be hiding under the shadows while still trying to locate and capture One for All. We see that Best Jeanist also thinks about the situation that's happening. He believes that if he was All for One, he will go on the offensive. Since, as you know, all heroes are completely disorganized, there's no organization, so it'll be pretty easy for All for One to like literally go on the offensive and just find Deku and take the work. However, we see that Endeavor recalls Deku stating that right now All for One's priority is taking over Shigaraki's body. We see that Hawks wonder something interesting. he wonders how the hell are they moving All For One. As you know, All For One needs some type of equipment to literally like kind of like live, like breathe. And also there's something that's bugging him. As you know, One For All, it requires for the person's body to be like pretty strong to be able to resist it. So that means Shigaraki has to get stronger for him in order to get the power to literally not get blown to bits. Then he asks like, why does All For One need Shigaraki's hatred? As we know, One For All has the will of like 8 people, and it requires something even stronger to be able to take it away. Then we see Hawks wondering that, you know, he's still unsure why does he need Shigaraki's hatred when he kind of sees like All For One like smiling all the time. Which is, I mean, it's something kind of freaky I noticed about All For One. He's like, seems like to be smiling all the time. And never believes it's probably his lack of heart. So I mean, this is probably an interesting theory. He thinks that All For One has been unable to take away One For All because his lack of heart, and also he doesn't have like a strong will to take it away. As you know, One For All has like the wills of 8 people inside. Then we see Hawks is thinking about a very hard decision. I mean, I wonder how society is gonna take it. He thinks it might be time to dedicate all the manpower into an investigation, even if that means reducing the staff that works on public safety. Man, I wonder how society is gonna feel about that. I mean, you know, right now they don't trust the heroes, and now the idea of Hogs saying that we need to put the manpower into the investigation, even if it means negating something, who knows what's gonna happen. I mean, it's very important to find the lead before Shigaraki gets stronger. And man, it's just a very hard choice. I mean, I wonder if it were me, would I be suggesting that option? Would you be suggesting that option? I mean, who knows? I mean, it looks, I mean, how things look right now, it just looks so hopeless. And then we see like Best Jeanist noticed like a little beep, and I'm like, I was a little confused. I'm like, what? Then we finally get to see All Might. He's driving, and as we know, he's keeping like a kind of like a close distance to Deku. He notices that Deku is still awake and is on the move. He's like, God, it looks like Deku is not sleeping enough. And then we see All Might like literally remembering Night Eye telling him that he deserves to sleep in a bed. We see that, man, it's almost like the same scenario. Literally, All Might now is in Night Eye's shoes. Man, it's just heartbreaking, especially seeing that little flashback of Night Eye. Then we see that he also hears like a little peep. But this is where things, oh my god, they get intense. That little beep, we see that on the little screen that Deku's GPS signal vanished. I'm like, oh my god, something bad must have happened to Deku, or something bad is gonna happen to him. I mean, before All Might could even react and like literally do something, we see that there's a bomb near him, and it looks like I don't know, he managed to dodge it, but we see like a big explosion. And oh my god, I'm like so concerned about All Might. I really hope he's still alive, or he's not really harmed by the attack. Then finally we get to see Deku. It looks like he was gonna try to call someone, probably All Might, but we see that he's still like in the same posture that he was gonna do the call, but the phone has been shot down, and the bullet like literally went through the phone. And I'm like, shit. And that bullet looks so interesting because it literally has a microphone in it. The voice on the microphone tells him that they're coming for him. I mean, Deku immediately figures out this must be the guys that are working for All For One. It's not just some random villain. Then on the last panel, we see it's the same woman that is here from Tartarus. It looks like she's some type of assassin, and we see her using like some type of sniper, I think, like literally formed from her arm. And we even see I think on the back, I believe that's an overhaul. As you know, Shigaraki cut both of his arms, and when he escaped, he had like this type of like long sleeve shirt, but literally they were just like flying around, and it looks like he's like sitting down there. I mean, the woman literally threatens Deku that if he doesn't do what she says, she's literally gonna shoot his limbs out. And boy, the way the chapter ended, man, I'm like so fearful. I'm like, I hope All Might is alright. I hope Deku manages to evade his attackers, or in a way trap them and get some information out of them. I wonder if we're gonna see the second and third users' quirks in action. As you know, a couple of chapters back, they decided to start cooperating with him. But man, the chapter was just so intense. I have so many questions. I'm so concerned about All Might and Deku. Very likely Hawks, Endeavor, and Best Jeanist are gonna head to the last location the GPS disappeared. So I hope the backup comes for Deku pretty soon. But I'm just so excited for the next chapter to arrive. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you next.